Hey team, Jeremiah Cheney here, out in the wild, out in the cold, making a quick video because I have some exciting news I want to share with you. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. As pretty much most of you know, I spent a couple of years living and working in Asia, and most recently I spent the last 2 years living in Austin, Texas, going back to school, working, getting just connected with a local church here in Austin, and but this last fall I began looking into a few different church plant organizations for opportunities to go back to Asia and just use my giftings and passions to really serve the church. So my pastor here in Austin ended up getting me in contact with an American pastor that has planted a church with his wife in Hong Kong just over a year ago. And so I got a couple Skype calls and began sort of an interviewing process. And after a span of several months of praying and seeking counsel from my community here, my church leaders, and also just interviewing and communicating with this church in Hong Kong, they ended up sending me an offer to take on a 1 year internship with them, um, to really serve, just to serve their church. And so, a little information about the church. The name of it is called Watermark Community Church in Hong Kong. It is an all English speaking church, and it was planted on the west side of Hong Kong Island. And there's there's over 400,000 English speakers, um, but no English speaking churches in that area. So that's crazy in itself. The church is part of the Redeemer City to City Church Planting Network, which was birthed out of Redeemer Presbyterian in New York City. The lead pastor and his wife are both American, but have spent roughly the last 10 years living and traveling in Asia, doing ministry, serving, and just loving Asia. The city of Hong Kong is considered the second largest financial hub in Asia under Singapore, and so there's a lot of banking, a lot of business and finance going, and just a lot going on in their economy. The Wall Street Journal recently voted Hong Kong University as the most influential and important university in Asia, and their main language for teaching is English. So you get kids from mainland China coming in studying at the university from other places in Asia, and not just in Hong Kong, and then when they graduate, they go back and influence these other places in Asia. So to kind of give you a heart to see the heart of what I'm doing and why I'm going to Hong Kong and why this church is planted in Hong Kong is because it is a very influential city and a very strategic location in Asia. And so, um, as for the internship, it will begin the end of next month, March, which is very soon. So unless something crazy comes up, I will be leaving um, in the middle of next month. So I've got a month away. A few different areas that I will be serving as an intern would be primarily I'll be working with a small team, um, engaging the college campus communities by developing and kind of learning how to contextualize the gospel to these kids in ways that are creative and also culturally relevant, but that aren't compromising the timeless truth of the gospel. So just really sharing life with this campus community, loving them, serving them, sharing the gospel with them. So I'll be working with a small team doing that. I'll also be working in visual communication, doing graphic design, web design stuff, which is what I've been going to school for. And then lastly, I'll be helping do music, helping with the worship team, doing music, which I have several years of experience doing music, and then helping different churches um, with the worship. So yeah, there's a few different areas that I'm going to be serving in as an intern. Uh, So again, the internship is 1 year, and Watermark has graciously offered to take care of my housing expenses, but I will have to raise a portion of my budget um, through support, which will be for transportation, food, things like that. Um, and it's not an easy job to raise support. But more than any dollar donated or not donated, my heart is that all Christians would be moved by the gospel to live on mission in their own rhythms of life. And so I hope this is encouraging for you. If you would like more information, feel free to call, text, or email me. And the best way to keep up to date with everything would be to check out my website at www.jeremiahchaney.com. Um, all of the donation information, if you want to give through PayPal or send a check, all of that will be on my website as well as included in this email. Um, so, um, so yeah, all of you have been influential in my life throughout the years in one way or another, and I want to invite you guys to be the church with me, be on mission with me in loving the city of Hong Kong. And so I love you guys, and hope you guys have a great rockin' week.